Welcome to Wayne's basement.
Welcome to the millennial den of sin. Haha, where do we begin?
Cypher. Word to the God.
Word to the rap gods. We're rap god.
So here we are. We're in person again.
In living color.
This never happens.
Nope, not at all.
It never happened again.
This is the last one, dude.
This is it.
This is fucking it. Bro.
We've done this show for 1 year. This is it. I think.
Is this are you dropping the anniversary? We're like that terrible couple.
Yeah.
Forget each other's anniversaries.
It's pretty much like it was almost 2 shows ago that it was actually our anniversary.
Oh man, how time is flown.
Whatever. Hey, thank you for all rocking with us for 1 year. You know.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's we've had the regular 30 people, which is pretty sick.
You know what? I feel like it's playing like a little cafe.
How do you
mean?
mean?
Like you're in a cafe.
Yeah.
Or like in a little venue, and there's just picture yourself with 30 people. So that's a couple tables. You know?
Oh,
or
like
that's
watching?
a little
Yeah.
Like if you were in a small cafe, 30 people would sound good.
Yeah, exactly. We're like what are we? We're a boutique. We're a
boutique
podcast. Yeah.
Boutique podcast.
Only 30 listeners at a time.
Well, no more, no less.
So yeah, we've allowed all of you guys.
We're
to listen.
small batch.
Yeah.
We're the small batch podcast.
That's right.
Artisanal batch.
You only got to tell other people about it. They'll never know it.
We're the natural wine of podcasts.
Fuck yeah, but
you ever fuck with natural wine?
Isn't all wine natural? I never really got the name of that.
No.
Okay, explain.
Because they got sulfates and shit in their wine.
Okay.
It's like all about preserving and aging it. But natural wine, there's no preservatives, so.
Is it to be drinking quickly?
Yeah, it'll go bad after like a month or so.
Why wasn't that the standard?
Well, I think that's how wine used to be made, and then people were like, "I want wine," and so I think they just started shipping it off and selling it as a commodity back in the day.
Did they try to then create the illusion that the longer wine ages, the better, so that because of that whole thing?
It does taste, bro. I like the sulfates. I'm not the preserve like that.
That's what's the appeal then of the
because it's it's different. It's a radically different flavor profile because the other wine does have different stuff in it, right? It's aging and stuff, and it's being in cellars and like all this different complex flavors. Yet natural wine is you have complex flavors, but it is like
just a bing bong.
And
get
it's
it
a one
done.
and done. Somebody makes something. You don't know if you're going to get it was made with that specific from that specific time period with the specific things available. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm bad. You know, Tyler, if you watch, I know you listen, so please, you're the wine guy. We kind of nerded out about wine a bit. I can ask my partner.
We didn't. You did. I don't know anything about wine.
Tyler and I.
Oh, okay.
Because we both like natty wines. We're natty wine guys. It's like they're like the IPAs of fucking. They're the IPAs of wine, dude. Okay. That's the best way to think about it.
Yeah. Like a little fad, a little too crazy.
I hope it's not. I hope it's a fad, but I hope it's a tradition. I hope it's a new style.
How many of our listeners are wine drinkers like that?
I doubt anybody drinks wine.
Probably 50%, maybe.
Speak up. Tell me your favorite wine. Tell me your favorite mixes.
Yo, that's a good point because it's like I was trying to buy wine recently and I just have no idea or concept. Do you just explore or do you do research? I don't really, like
you gotta do research,
like a flavor profile thing.
I think depending. Basically, there's different types and they have different strengths. Like for reds, you know what I mean? Like Pinot Noir is going to be lighter than like a Cab Sav.
Yeah. But in that spectrum, how do you pick? I guess you just have to try.
It's just what you like.
Taste,
it's like what you like, man. I went to a fancy wine bar on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, California last week.
Damn.
With a guy who's like super. My partner's brother is super. He's from Switzerland and he's like a very preppy guy and he's really cool. But he's very into wine. Like wine to him is like he has a wine collection. He has fucking like a wine cellar. Like he's like
okay.
And he went.
It's good to know a person like that because then you get all that good ass shit.
Yeah,
and you don't have to do all the work.
It's actually delicious. Wine. That's the thing. Once you get into wine and you actually start drinking it, it's all fucking good.
Yeah, I had a rich uncle that he would do that. Like I'd always go to like New York and like visit him for like weird occasions, and then he would always like bust out like $100 bottle of wine or some shit, and it was like actually
shit's good, man.
Mind blowing.
Shit's good. Shit's fucking good. I think
get yourself a hookup. Yes. Anyone out there, get yourself a hookup. Befriend rich person.
Here's a tip. You got to get good table wine.
What's that mean?
Get wine that you like to drink that is like $10 to $18 a bottle.
Oh, like your box wine you guys got me to get that one time?
The box wine was good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The box wine was good. There's some good shit. There's depending what you want. There's I think like Chilean wines from South America. They're going to have cheaper red wines that are going to be very flavorful.
Yeah.
BC's going to have very good wines that are not very good. BC's going to have good wines that are like $30 a bottle.
That will do the job. Yeah.
They're good. But we bring our
Is
great
Chilean
shit.
like the undercover good? Like, because you always like
Chile
hear
and
like
Argentina and shit,
France and
they have
Italy
good
or
wine.
whatever. Yeah.
They have really good wine. This is wine, Chad.
I know. Like we're talking about wine, and we
No jokes
you
even.
probably know something. I don't know shit about wine.
I don't know. I know it's good, man.
This is our demographic. Yeah.
I know that shit's good. I like certain ones. Like I think that like there's like I whites are I'm beginning into whites, but whites are very very sweet. Like I don't like sweet ones. You know what I mean? Like I like the drier shit, the drinkable stuff. Like I don't like sweet like Rieslings, like German white wines. Everyone I've had, I've been like meh.
But they like pop? They're all like hella sweet or what?
Yeah.
God damn, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm just drinking bourbon or something. Or like
Bourbon's
shite
good.
beers, like
Whiskey's
heavy
good.
beers, like Stouts, Imperial Stouts.
See, I can't fuck with that. I'll drink Modelo.
Put your ass to sleep, though, dude.
Put your ass to sleep, man. I like the lagers.
But that's like perfect for the winter. Isn't that what you want? You want to just like smoke some weed, drink an Imperial Stout, and just go to bed.
For me,
You
I
ain't
think
going
it's just
outside.
the way I drink. I think if I'm drinking lager, it's with food. If I'm drinking beer, it's with food, or it's with
Gusto.
Yeah, with gusto.
No,
Fucking
just
gusto.
joking. I'm getting wasted.
Well, yeah, I'm drinking like 4 or 5.
Yeah. About some like pissy beer, like a Budweiser or something? Oh, come on. I can't do that, no.
It's cold. It's refreshing.
I'm trying to get like, that's why I go with the high percentage because I want one and I want to like feel knocked out.
Yeah.
That's my my alcoholism. I don't know.
Yeah, that's your fucking habit.
Is this
No,
an-
I like a stout, dude. Stouts are good. They're just heavy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. What are we doing talking about alcohol?
Fuck, I don't know.
What do you guys
man.
like? What are our 30 audience members like? What do you guys drink?
Write
hey,
us
guys.
in. Yeah.
Modelo. I like Modelo, man. I was in fucking LA. I was drinking Modelo.
Yeah. So how was your LA journey? You okay? Wait, I want to address that
keep
you
dropping
like.
that I was in LA.
Yeah.
I was
you
in
were,
LA. I was
but
in-
you,
when I was
you're
in
like
LA.
a girlfriend's brother is dating a movie star who was in this movie called The Orphan. And I think
Yes.
it's like 2008 or 5 or 9 or some shit.
Yes.
And she was like a small in this movie. She's a small child that is adopted by a family.
Yes.
And then it turns out that this child, is actually a 30-year-old person in a small person's body, basically.
Yeah.
And then she like seduces the husband and causes all kind of mischief and shit.
Isabel.
You
Shout
bet
out to
this
Isabel.
person. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out. You're awesome.
Did she ever talk about it? Because I feel like that's something you don't bring up with her.
We
because
talked
it's
about
like,
movies a bit. We talked about working in film a bit. Yeah.
did you talk about that specifically? Because I feel like maybe that's something she doesn't want
Well,
to
I
talk
wasn't
about.
like no. I think that I wasn't like. Well, you were in.
The Orphan?
You were that fucking sex freak fucking doll thing.
Yeah, the seduce the man.
Were you in Chuck? You were like Chucky, weren't you?
Basically, yeah.
Were you sexy Chucky? No, that's fucking what's her name? Jennifer Tilly. Shout out to Jennifer Tilly. Mwah.
J-Till.
J-Till, you were a 90s babe. Canadian 90s babe.
That's true. Oh, yeah, Chucky, Bride of Chucky.
Bride Chucky, man. God damn, that
But
made
you
me
were
feel
chilling,
weird.
You
I
were
was
chilling
like
with
young.
her, though. Was she,
Oh, back
she
to-
was, yeah, she was chill?
She was cool. Yeah, she took us around.
And how was L.A.? Did they give you, like, the quasi-movie star, like, L.A. version of L.A.?
Yes, but we also did touristy shit. See, that's the thing. I was cool to be there because I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to Venice Beach. I'm going to get some of that Mexican fruit. I'm going to watch some breakdancers. Give them $20.
Yeah.
Get some fucking tacos.
Hell yeah.
Walk around, be in LA, be a fucking big pale white Canadian in like shorts and a t-shirt while everybody else is like wearing sweaters.
Yeah.
No, that was cool. And then we went to the Hollywood Hills and shit and like walked around. But then then we went to fucking like the fucking Soho room, like the fucking celebrity. We went to like a celebrity club, like and she's like, oh yeah, last time I was here, I was with like, she's friends with Jaden Smith. She was like watching Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith, man, Will Smith's son.
Oh, Jada Smith?
Jaden Smith.
Oh, Jaden. She's friends with Jaden Smith?
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, yeah?
And I was like, cool.
There you go.
But my girlfriend was like, whoa, we might go to this club room. Isn't that crazy? And I was like, hey, like, honestly, the only people I'm going to be excited for if it's like John Cena shows up or like a wrestler or like a boxer or like such a...
Did anyone show up?
Oh, I saw an Luke Rockhold. Shout out to Luke Rockhold.
Whoever that is.
The one of the previous UFC middleweight champions.
Oh, shit. Shout out to him because you guys are friends now, right?
Yeah, we're buddies.
Yeah.
No, but like I was literally like, well, I'm only going to be impressed if it's a fucking athlete. You know what I mean? Like a total dude thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't care. If it's an actor, you're just an actor.
Yeah. But then when you saw that
when
guy,
I
you
saw
were
him-
crying.
well,
and like,
no,
oh, can I have your autograph, sir?
Yeah. No, I just looked over because you're not allowed. They put a sticker on
You're
your
not allowed
phone.
to make eye contact. Like,
You can't look. Do not look at the famous people. Do not look at the famous. They have
you
an usher just
pulled
staring at
away.
you.
Yeah, and they just take you away.
No, I was just
I was
looking
looking
around.
past him.
I was looking around and I was like, that guy looks like fucking. There's like a muscly dude, just chilling, and I'm like, that guy looks like Luke Rockhold. I'm like, that guy looks like Luke Rockhold.
And you know what?
And it was.
It was.
That's my story. That's my favorite person.
good.
But I just found it ironic that I was just like,
For some reason, that reminds me of my. Go ahead. What?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that reminds me of this time that I met LL Cool J. I think I told you this story.
No.
Like it was at A&B Sound in Vancouver, and I was working there, and I was like working the rap section, and he was in there buying CDs and shit. And then he like,
dude.
And the week before, I had just bought his first album, Radio, that was on Def Jam, like his first.
My Radio.
Yeah, and then like I kind of looked at him like, God damn, that's LL Cool J. So I kind of like came out from the back, and I was like walked up to him. I just looked at him like, Hey man, and he like turns and looks at me. I'm like, Are you LL Cool J? And he's like, Yeah. And I'm like, cool, I just bought your first record. He's like, cool, man. And I'm like, all right. And that was it. And then I like checked him out later after he finished. He bought the Kanye album at the time, College Dropout, and then he bought like a stereo.
Right on. Yeah, you were very cool about it. You were just like, hey, like.
Yeah, I didn't want to fanboy out too hard, but it was like just cool to like meet the guy. And he was pretty nice, actually. So shout out LL Cool J. We're friends.
I would be, see, that's the thing. I'd be like, fuck, should I say, like, that's LL Cool J. Like,
well, it's weird approaching anyone like that, you know? Like, I was a little nervous, but I'm like, I'll just take my chance.
For me, it's guys like that, though. It's like legends. Like, it's fucking LL Cool J. I know it's totally subjective, but I'm like, you were like one of the pioneers of fucking hip hop. Like,
you're OG.
You're fucking LL Cool. You've been around for fucking decades.
You got to pay respect. That's why I was like, I wanted to know.
You're like you're a legend.
I kind of wondered what he felt like when I'm like, I bought your first record. He's like, motherfucker, I got more than those.
Yeah.
Like, why are you buying that one?
I don't even get royalty checks for that one.
Yeah, like that one's like my worst one.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, I got way better after that shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See that guy, or like, no, honestly, I think the only person who would be the person that you wouldn't be able to deal with?
Kanye, because like I think I actually would cry if I saw him. It'd be like, just because like I don't know, he's like he's huge for me, and like,
and he has like an aura. Does he have
he has an aura, and I know he doesn't give a fuck about me. So
it'd
just be like a crushing defeat. You know, you like see him and be like, man, there's no reason I should be meeting you. You know what I mean? Like, if I was on his level, which I never will be, then I would. But
see,
to me, I think that would be.
Yeah, so you would have like a Beatles moment, like a child, like
I think so. I would.
A girl in
degenerate.
A Beatles concert,
I'd just
be like, weeping, just crumbling. It's powerful, man. They have auras. Like, I know it sounds weird, but like celebrities do have. That's why people are obsessed with celebrities. But it's so subjective, right?
Yeah.
Like some people think like that, look like that, or look at
random person.
The fucking royal family. So
yeah.
I'm fucking caffeinated, so I'm just like stumbling on my words.
Well, know what? Like one time, Fat Lip from the Far Side played Commodore, and he's like also a favorite rapper of mine. But I'm not really into approaching an artist. Because like, I know that they probably have to deal with so many people, and I'm sure they enjoy it. But for some reason, to me, I'm like, I don't want to bother them.
No, I don't bother people at all. Like I've seen celebrities in Vancouver, and I like actors and celebrities. I'm just like, you just don't even. I like look at them. I'm like, look away. I'm like,
yeah,
leave you alone. Like, let you live your life.
Exactly. They're like a human in the world. Like I mean, sometimes it feels good to have someone be like, hey, I like this thing you did. Like when we got that with the Hundy in town every once in a while, you know, like. But it's like, it could be like maybe I just want to exist in the world without being noticed. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about them.
To them, that's because that privilege is taken away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've seen I've seen like John Cho. I've seen, I saw Kravitz, who's Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Ooh.
With Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe, yeah.
I saw Zoe Kravitz and Jason Momoa at Mintage on Commercial Drive.
No shit, really? Together?
It's like, yeah. It was like us, them, and like one other person, and like their like manager guy.
Yeah, just leave him alone. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I mean,
just let him shop. Yeah. My partner asked for a photo or something with Jason Momoa, and he was like, "No, I'm shopping."
That's legit.
Yeah,
I think you should take your chances. Like, they don't owe it to you.
Well, I was like, but I was kind of like, "Oh, don't leave him alone. Like, let him." But you know what? If you want to go ask. But like for me, it's like, yeah, you're Jason Momoa, but like, it's like you're not fucking Bret the Hitman Hart. If I saw The Undertaker,
you're like, come on, bro, come on, man, just one picture.
I think Bret Hart is my number one.
To get a picture of?
Yeah, but also he would be stoked on it. I think Bret Hart would be fucking stoked.
Well, I think like good. And you
I'd act like a little kid. I would literally act like a little kid in front of a fucking Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, I think if you're like a celebrity and you've chosen that as your lifestyle, you almost have to take that into consideration that you have to do that kind of crap.
There's one. Everybody gets one. You all get one. You get one celebrity or like athlete.
I'd like a picture with Jeff Goldblum. His energy is like crazy. Like it's like wild, chill, and like funky, and I would just be like in awe of this man.
Dude, if you got a picture with Jeff Goldblum and then you put that on your Tinder, you would be the most matched male on Tinder.
But they would always just be like, "Hey, do you have a Jeff Goldblum's number?"
Yeah.
Like, no, and then they'd be
no,
like,
you get the residuals. You get residuals, baby.
Yeah.
We get some of that Goldblum.
Goldblum.
You get to say my Tinder profile bloomed.
Would it be a picture of him as the fly?
Yeah, it's just like his skin's falling, just complete necrosis.
And this me photoshopped in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we were just at a bar hanging out.
Just chilling.
Fucking faces decomposing.
Copped on someone's hand and burned it alive. Like did that little weird spit thing.
Yeah, when the
shout out
server,
The Fly.
yeah.
Watch The Fly. David Cronenberg.
Shout out to Cronenberg. Dude, Cronenberg was a thing where like I like Cronenberg movies, but I remember like just relishing in them, and I'm like, that's one of the most like it's totally like a 20s dude thing to be like, yeah, man, I'm into fucking Cronenberg movies.
Yeah, like, yeah. I don't like normal movies. I like weird movies.
Cronenberg. Yeah, this one's
I was
about
that, but I also like
that
them.
fuck each other. Yeah. And then
this is about twin gynecologists that date the same girl. Dead ringers.
Shout out Nasty Boy.
Yeah,
Nasty Man.
I think it's because he's like he does his own little thing. He's in his own category. Yeah. So when you find it, you're kind of stoked on it.
You know, it's all about the practical effects he uses. I'm really into body horror.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of it?
That sounds like do you want to come to my noise set later?
Yeah, like yo. It's funny, like it's cool being into like niche things, but it sucks knowing someone who's into niche things because it's like,
yeah,
it just gets kind of nerdy sometimes. It gets
that's
too
the worst
deep.
part. That's why they're
You're
niche.
just,
that's why it's the worst part because you like something fucking weird or like esoteric. You feel esoteric.
Yeah,
like it's not cool. Like when you're younger, you're like nobody else likes this, but when you get older, you're like nobody else likes this.
No one to talk to.
That's what it changes to.
And then you're always trying to show people, and they're
niche
like,
is a trap, bro. Yeah, and they're like, what the fuck? I remember playing
like,
Cool
like
Keith
this?
loudly at a restaurant, and the servers were like, could you turn this off, please? Like when we were like wrapping our shit, we were closing the kitchen down after work, and they were like sitting there doing silverware, and they're like, can you please turn?
Do you have a Tribe Called Quest? They're like the easy listening of rap to me. Yeah. Like it's like acceptable, but yeah, like Cool Keith is just too weird.
Could you put some Rat-a-Tat on? It was very 2010. Can you please put some Rat-a-Tat on?
Man, they just really came and went, didn't they?
Well, there's only so many times you can go.
Yeah, that was a band that never evolved.
Like it was just very
Shout out to them though; they did own that shit for a while. Yeah,
just weird instrumentals, just synths and guitars.
Yeah, one of the best songs ever they did was like with MGMT and Kid Cudi.
I never heard that.
Pursuit of Happiness.
That sounds like the most 2010.
It's hella, it's hella.
Era, the 10s. That's a weird shit now because we just lived through that, and so we're not thinking about that in like the 10s.
Yeah, that was actually a really good time for music when like Noisy, like Pitchfork had Noisy going.
Yeah.
And they were doing all that Atlanta stuff.
Vice era,
and yeah, like they were kind of like owning it for a little bit. Oh yeah, it was Vice. It wasn't Pitchfork.
That was the Vice era. That was the weird Vice era that like nobody really talked. People are gonna make fun of it in like 10 years, but like right now it's like Gen Zers are gonna be mad that the next generation are gonna be dressing like we were dressing 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Isn't that a fucking that's a mindfuck right there.
You're just talking about cycles, yeah.
The cycles.
Trends and cycles. I thought that was a good era because it was kind of like really creative and like blogs were popping off and music was kind of changing and it was like kind of like it was actually a pretty sick era. The 2010s.
Yeah. It was the 2010s were cool. Well, also that's when we like partied and did drugs, so we're like,
I guess so. Yeah, that was the best one of all time. Yeah,
but no, yeah, it was interesting because the internet was everything was fucking blogs.
Vice also was like fairly new, and they were putting money into like their programming, and now they kind of like are drying up and losing money and like closing everything down. You know, like
I wonder if Big Body Best just scammed them,
fleeced them.
Yeah, fleeced them. No, that was a good era though. That was everything was free because now you have money into social media, but before that, like the algorithm was
was there even Spotify at that time? I can't remember. No,
there was.
You're still downloading shit. You're going to like SoulSeek or something and downloading stuff, and
you're downloading people's albums, and then you're going to like iTunes. iTunes was like controversial.
Yeah. Yeah,
was wild.
What
you just go to people's Bandcamps
going down memory lane here.
What was the era? It was unregulated. It was the Wild West. It was this like it was young hip. The internet was like it was the spearhead era, right? There's always a spearhead era.
Yeah,
like we're spearheading music videos and we're spearheading.
It's true.
The internet.
It sounded kind of felt like super corporate when all those things started busting in.
And then SoundCloud hit, and it's just weird. Now we're like SoundCloud is corporate, but also corporate is SoundCloud. Like it's this weird thing, man. Vloggers, streamers, like rappers are going on like 20, like Aiden Ross's, stream.
What's that?
He's this like 20-year-old guy, and he gets like it's like fucking Tory Lanez or like Little Uzi Vert are on there, or like YG's Blueface is on there, and they're just like
interviews.
And he's like in a gaming chair, and like they're in a fucking room. But that's how kids interact. Yeah. Kids hang out with each other on fucking chat roulette.
Yeah,
and like.
Maybe that's cool. I don't even know.
Live.
I mean, I'm not
Live
doing it.
So we don't do it. Academics. This is the academics era.
Oh, God.
OG academics.
Yeah. Interesting to be like outside of all that willfully, you know?
Strange, dude. We're blowing up. We gotta fix this lighting in here, man.
Well, we can't change it now.
No, we can't change it.
We're like already in the middle. People don't even know unless you're watching. This is the weirdest setup too. If you're watching the YouTube channel, this is gonna look like the fire log. you know, like the Christmas fire log.
We should just like CGI afterwards that we're in the fire burning. We be burning, no more burning.
Yo, how many people are rocking the fire log this year?
That's the best part about Christmas, man.
It is.
You know, I don't know about you, but I've like Christmas really doesn't matter to me anymore.
Dude, I know this time it's going to be just my mom, her boyfriend, and me, and none of us need or want anything. So we're like racking our brains as to like what to get each other.
That's kind of
so pointless.
Isn't that weird though? You're like, I've won at capitalism. I don't need. I neither need nor want.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about family, yo.
Yeah. That's when it's good. Is when you just hang out and you're like, I don't really need anything.
It's more just about hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it's when you're broke or when you're young and you don't have fucking agency, and then you're like, I get a present.
Yeah, you're like, please God, I need something like a pot or an Instapot or some shit like that.
Somebody
some socks
bring me
and underwear.
Yeah, that's nice. I do like when people give me socks. I'm a fan of socks and thermals.
Yeah, same, because like, it's a thing that for some reason I don't want to pay for. So like, if someone just supplies me with it, I'm good.
Brother, we need it, especially for work.
Yeah,
that's the age too. I'm just like, oh, this is good for work. I have work socks now.
I'm like, sure.
Yeah, I have underwear. That shit's important, man. I just spent a week out in the fucking mud on this dumb Netflix show, and it's fucking freezing rain overnights, and you need to pack layers of shit.
Yeah.
Because you work, and so you can't just wear a giant jacket and like a bunch of rain
You're
stuff.
stripping things off and putting things back on.
Stripping and adding, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got
recently I realized that I actually like even though sometimes those days could be hard because it's like pouring rain and it's freezing, I like still being in the elements, like compared to like just an office. Like before, I used to like look out in the office and look out and see how gross it was outside and be like, I'm happy I'm not out there. But when you're out there, you're like living. You're like feeling what day to day is, you know?
Brother.
Preach.
Brother.
Yeah.
Preach, brother. You don't have the existential dread of an office.
Yeah. You're out there battling the elements and you're overcoming it. It's actually a really good feeling.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
I suggest
so much better than sitting in a fucking office. People are like, I'd rather be warm in an office. It's like, it's never true. The weather's never so bad. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's so, and you're like in undercover.
It really sucks.
Like,
but it's like one day out of a week or something. You know, it's like, it's not like consecutive horrible days.
That's true.
Get over it.
You're just muddy when you come home. And you're like, oh, fuck this.
But
you know what? Though it's still better. You're still outside.
That's some honest work.
Yeah, that's honest work, brother. That's. I call it Carhartt shit. It's like I gotta do some Carhartt shit. Put your Carhartts on.
It's true though.
Got so much work shit. I got so much work clothes, but it's like, yeah, like, because you wear like so many woolen shirts and flannels or like, you know, like different dungarees and shit and underwear just because you fucking need it. Like, you need it. It's like, it's work gear. It's PPE basically against the elements, dude.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, having like a full rain shell.
Jordans, yeah.
Yeah.
There's PAs. You still get some production assistants that in their 20s and they show up.
They're wearing like Converse.
And they're wearing fucking
like,
Converse.
All-Stars?
And like they're soaking wet and you're like.
They're so miserable. Yeah.
They're like, you did that to yourself. Like, you want to be considered cool looking. Nobody gives a shit at work.
It's true.
Nobody cares. That's the bottom of your concern is looking fresh.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wearing my shittiest clothes because I also don't want to damage them. You know, like 'cause you're ripping shit and you're going fast and things are pulling on you. And
I have a pair of blue jeans I bought at a Walmart in Prince George in 2017.
Yo, shout out.
I still
Prince
fucking
George.
wear those, man. I still wear them for work, dude. They're Rustlers. I bought them for $10. They have fucking like hydraulic fluid on them.
Like you just poured it on, like it didn't come from any
I
work.
just got some on me. Like I fucking wear that shit. I wear Carhartts. I have one pair of Carhartts that are like really worn in and comfy, and then I have like these new overalls I wear once in a while, and they're still very sleek looking. Gotta break that shit in. You gotta break that shit in, man. And then it's
break
comfy.
it in.
Yeah, stiff fucking Carhartts.
You gotta just like put it up on a fucking rope and beat it with a pole or some shit. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, worn in Carhartts are way more comfortable.
Yeah, too tight at first.
Jeans. I just bought these jeans, and the person was like, "You got to put them in the freezer in like 4 months to freshen up." I'm like,
"The fuck, really? Like cryogenic?
I'm not doing that.
You have to like open it up in 10 years and put them back on."
They just stay fresh because you're not supposed to wash these, right? Really?
Yeah, you're getting into the fine fabrics.
Yeah. You need good jeans, man. You got to invest in good clothes. God damn it.
And that's the Hundy Thou promise. All right, man.
A good pair of jeans, man. Or do I? I don't fucking know.
I think you do.
I think you do. You do. I do know.
Life is exactly. You need to have confidence in your opinions.
You want to buy shit if you want to look good. You don't want to look like a bum.
So buy our merch when we drop it. All right.
We're gonna partner with Naked and Famous Denim. We're gonna have $500 jeans.
We're dropping that shit soon.
$600 jeans.
All right, man.
I had a joke in there somewhere. I fucking forgot, dude.
Who knows? Maybe we should just fucking give it up then.
Should we just give it up?
Yeah.
Are we
hey,
done?
everybody.
Let's fucking go.
Enjoy.
How long have we been?
I think it's like half an hour. Are we gonna keep this part in?
Yeah, let's do it, man. We gotta keep it raw. What you gotta say? I'm in Victoria. We never talked about that. I travel. I took a ferry.
That's true. Yeah.
It's crazy weather. Oh, weather, travel, cool. To summarize, I'm here. This is weird.
You're in Victoria, back in the home. Yeah. Here I am. I'll just always be here. All right.
What's the moral of our story?
Buy good jeans.
Yeah.
Good pussy, good jeans. Maybe not those things. Oh, wait. It's only been 25 minutes.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're going to keep going.
Okay, good. We should edit that shit out and just do a little thing.
Clap. Oh, everything's funny.
Oh, that joke. Too bad we have to edit it out.
Okay. Well, hey, we got to talk about Kanye and Drake. Yo, Kanye and Drake. So Kanye and Drake did a concert together, and if you follow this, their friggin' beef over time, it's been so entertaining. And then, did we ever think we're gonna get here having a concert with both of them?
Caravaggio and the other guy who beefed with Caravaggio, but they're not killing each other in Renaissance Italy with sabers. They're just
okay. Wait, what's their story in a quick sentence? Those
I don't know, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're fucking Renaissance painters. Renaissance painters used to have mad beef. I'm saying artists back in the day had beef. These guys are like the Renaissance kids. There's a rap.
I can
Renaissance.
say that. That's very true.
Renaissance.
They're artistes.
They're beefing. Artist beef, I guess is what I'm saying, through time.
I guess so, because you're all on the same level and you're like
it's all ego.
You're fighting in the same space.
It's an ego sport. Yeah. It's a sport of ego, right? You're the most celebrated. Your ego's the highest.
That's why it's funny having like really deep personal opinions about that kind of stuff. It's more fun just to kind of like watch it unfold, but you can't like pick a side and like pick it apart because it doesn't make any sense. Like look where we are now. You know what I mean?
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Were you always on Team Kanye or Team Drake?
Kanye, man. Kanye's my guy. Drake, I kind of like slowly came to him.
Yeah.
Never been the biggest fan, but I'm like, fine, I'll accept him. But Kanye, been there since the
beginning.
beginning.
Worn down with Drake.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Kanye, it's almost the opposite, where now I'm like, I care less and less about Kanye albums. I'm like, I don't care about it.
They're kind of going down.
They're still good. Like Donda's still pretty good. Like, he's an artist. But
yeah.
I'm not like, oh my God, he's not pushing my needle, I guess.
No. He's making just good music and still doing his thing.
It.
He had a good run already, so he doesn't even need to do much more.
No.
You know?
Drake is always going to be making hits. Dude, what about Drake withdrawing his Emmy nominations over this fucking Astroworld
or
shit?
Grammy?
Grammys.
Yeah, I am 100% about that because the Grammys are so worthless that, and he's been vocally critical about them. So it's like, and then like to actually watch that snub was kind of messed up because like
recently,
or the Weeknd snub.
Remember that?
He did it because of that a little bit. Because like last year in the Grammys, the Weeknd's After Hours album, which was like a fucking shoe-in for album of the year.
It's the biggest album of 2021.
Not one nomination.
He's
zero nominations.
He's the longest. He's like the biggest guy like on the top 100 or something like that. Like he has like the longest consecutive weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Like that seemed like so crazy that it's like, how could you even respect this ceremony? Like they didn't even just like. So fuck
the Grammys and the Astro. He did it a little bit. The Astroworld thing, I'm like, you should do that, but also like,
what was that? What did he do?
So because of the whole Astroworld controversy, and he was part of it, he was like, I am not. He was on the stage for like He was on the stage for like half an hour or something.
Yeah,
and people were like dying and getting crushed, and they were just like ignore because that shit is all fucked up. And Travis Scott is very irresponsible.
Yeah,
he's a narcissist. He's probably not a very good person. All that stuff aside, though. I mean, it is so hard for when you're on stage, like this, like you're not really looking at the crowd.
No,
you're not really there.
That's why I think it's kind of hard to. It's not cool to like come really hard on him because exactly. You're like in your own little head and you're like thinking about the sound and your stage and all that. You're not seeing every event that's happening out in the crowd.
No, I think you should come down on him, but it should be because of the planning. Like it's your fucking festival. You and your organizers should not have encouraged people running in, which you do. It looks like you've encouraged that.
Like running in? What do you mean?
Like he's basically was telling people to like break into his own show.
Oh, okay. Really?
And you're over capacity.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous. That's irresponsible, Travis Scott. But the whole juxtaposition of like Drake and Travis Scott fucking performing on stage, and then Drake being like, "Astroworld's so good. This is the greatest shit ever." Blah blah blah. And people are fucking screaming for help and like getting crushed in the. So he was like, ugh! Like I think.
What did he do though?
He withdrew his nominations because of that. just because he was there. Oh yeah.
I thought it was for the.
He's also getting sued. He's also getting sued.
Yeah, I know.
But like at the same, like I think he should. But it's like I think Travis Scott should have done a better apology and done a lot more.
Yeah.
It's just this weird. There's this weird fucking like Xanax generation, like Gen Z, man, Gen fucking Xanax, like.
But how do you mean? How does that affect?
It's just almost like it's detachment, where it's like, like
not taking full responsibility or even understanding.
And everybody, like people are very just like Travis Scott. It's all about Travis Scott, and it's just like, it's just very like I think the culture right now is very self-centered. Oh, it's almost in this like weird 80s kind of like me kind of thing. Yeah. And it's less about like people caring about shit. Like there's like people are there for Travis Scott to escape, but he's not really like a Kendrick or like he's not like
nothing. He's so empty of a person. Like
he's entertaining. He writes good songs, but it's more like this for him. It's big. People vibe with Travis Scott because I think a lot of young people feel detached and kind of like weird, and so they're raging. You know.
Well, they also all push that whole like get in the pit mentality, so that kind of like also gets people crushed and stuff. You know.
Yeah, dude. And so that combination. So I don't know. It's pretty greasy, like, but you know,
it's kind of sad. I mean, kids, like literal teenagers, got killed because of that. Like it's stampede, basically.
I've been in the craziest show I've been in was I think a Warped Tour. God, No Effects was playing, and everybody ran in, and it was very like people
packed?
Were teeter-tottering. Yeah, it was so packed that people were like, everything was swaying, and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude, I had the same
thing. I'm a big guy.
And like
I'm like, nope, I'm out.
In Montreal during Mural Fest, they always have like a free show, and this one was like Playboi Carti and Pusha T, which was insane. But that thing was so dense, and like me and Robert and a bunch of friends were like all on the side of it next to this big sea can, so we had like something to put up our backs up against, but we were getting like waves and waves of people like crushing us. Yeah, like, or just like you're saying teetering. It's like they're like bending one way and the next, and you're getting crushed 1 second, then you get free and stuff, and it was like so insane.
Being small, like we're big dudes. Imagine being a small person who can't help protect themselves.
I've seen some people like a sway happened, then it broke open, and then I see a person like lifting someone up, and I was like, holy shit, it was like an ocean almost, like just waves crashing, and you're like, God, I hope that person's okay.
I've never felt more 35 when I watched the documentary on Astroworld, and I saw the festival like that, and I was just like,
I would never
worth
be
it.
In that. Yeah.
Not worth it. I'm old. Like that allure.
For me, also,
I've
like
been in pits, and big shows and shit. I'm just like, nope. Not
on
anymore.
A smaller level, it's like, what if I got to pee and I'm in the front? Am I just pissing myself? Like, I'm not getting out of there in time. You know, I just might as well piss myself.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Smaller venues.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
I'm not really into the big festivals personally.
Cozy,
of that
dude,
reason.
Boutique.
It's scary and over. Yeah, exactly. Boutique podcast, 30 people only. We should have
a
live listening sesh, like not even a recording sesh. We just like play our podcast, like old episodes live.
We just show up and talk to people.
Yo, know what we should do? We should memorize the conversations from past episodes and just like recreate them live. Yeah. Like this is our song, episode 25. You know what I mean? Like our songs are just the episodes from the past.
Chris, what do you think about BBLs?
Yeah. Fecal fiber movement. Remember episode 1? You just like redo the whole thing.
We're on my toilet paper haters here.
Yeah.
Like, woo, inside jokes.
Yeah, it's all that.
Oh God. Yeah, but yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck crowds, man. Fuck a crowd.
Fuck a crowd.
Like 50 people. You know?
That's your show? 50
people, dude. Give me 100, like or like a couple hundred in a venue. Like give me.
I like 250 in a small venue.
250
That's the
small
shit.
Venue.
Yeah.
Like give me that, dude. I went to a comedy show and it was a big venue, and I was like, this is like a venue that like it was like a medium-sized venue, and I'm like, this is the perfect.
Yeah.
Like the Commodore, I'm like, that is perfect.
I saw Run the Jewels at the Biltmore, and that was amazing. It was just like in Vancouver, the Biltmore's a small bar, probably 250.
Is that the one on Kingsway?
Yeah. And then like
that's the hood, dude. Shout out to 12 Kings, my fucking greasy bar, sports bar. I love 12 Kings. And the Biltmore.
City represent.
Man, that place is so not greasy. That used to be like a dirty East, like that kind of like the start of East Fan.
Yeah, where it's like grimy, like gangsters.
Grimy and like
now it's
weird.
all like hipstery.
Mind you, I went to the 12 Kings. I went up there and all these new buildings and shit. But there was like 3 crackheads, and they were all inspecting their crack pipes and kind of like,
shout out crackheads. Yeah.
And I was like, hey, still got it.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Still real.
Need that grimy van. Yeah. Need
I like how that's like what you want, kind of. Just
a little
maintain
bit.
legitimacy, but it's also
they were
like
just inspecting their crack pipes. I wasn't like, oh, like whatever, man. You choose. I'm gonna go ingest fucking like fermented grains.
Yeah.
Like my drug of choice just makes it that I'm in fucking a sports bar.
That's
if you
true.
can smoke
That's
crack
true.
and watch sports, I hate.
Yo,
you know
all
what?
Power to you.
We should have fucking crack dens.
We should just give that a shot.
yeah.
Yeah. How do we know we don't like it?
I've never smoked crack before. I'd smoke crack.
Just one time?
Just once. I don't know.
I feel like one time and you're never going back. Or you are going back.
That's a fucking.
You are going back.
That's a wives' tale, dude. That's.
Well, let's fucking
bullshit.
try it and put it to the test.
Yeah, I've known plenty of people that used to smoke crack. It's fine.
Yeah, really?
It's just snorting coke, but smoking it.
It's
I don't
like-
know.
it's like
There's so
purified.
much more like crack. It's there's so much more with like the psychology of it, of like of like circumstances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Of
like,
why you would do it, you
trauma.
mean?
Yeah. Like they're like addictive. Like there's so much more than just like doing. Because like think about it. Like think how many rich people smoke crack.
Yeah.
There's
Well, is that
everybody.
actually a thing? I guess
Everybody in
that's
West
a thing.
Vancouver right now is probably
Crackheading up on their balconies
yeah,
and their
like fucking
condos.
prescriptions and stuff.
Yeah.
Benzos. But they're just not in a situation where they're homeless on the street with like mental health conditions and trauma and like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true.
Like
yeah.
schizophrenia.
There's like what are they called? Like functional crackheads.
Yeah. Exactly.
There was a person like I knew this guy that like in this house of friends, this one guy was their friend and he like sold crack in Campbell River, like one of those kind of things. You know what's funny is that like if you're from the island, you're 6 degrees away from a person selling crack.
You're like 3 degrees away.
Yeah, it's not.
Let's be
It's
honest. You're not-
like someone you
yeah.
know knows someone that knows someone that
Yeah.
probably sells crack. Anyway, so like,
Or heroin.
and he was like just saying how he like would deliver it to this guy who had a family, and they would just go out in the driveway and he would give it to him.
Dude.
And like I was just a functional dude. He probably like had a logging job or some shit. You know,
Dude,
like,
working class dudes love crack, man.
Yeah.
Doing drugs, drinking.
Is crack like a popping chips when you're a kid?
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
oh,
exactly,
we're getting
dude.
wild
It's
this
not
weekend.
even-
We're gonna fucking drink a 2-liter and eat this big bag of chips and play some video games.
Crack is chuggy, man.
Then you grow up
Yeah.
and you're like, all right, we're smoking this crack and drinking this bottle of
Crack
Jim
is,
Beam.
crack is for what old people do, dude. Gen Zers are like
Yeah.
crack. That's chuggy. Whatever. Oh, shit.
Chuggy? I don't even know what that is.
That's a phrase. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Gen Zers. No Gen Zers listen to this, so who cares? But
yeah.
no, yeah, I don't know, man. Drugs are like you gotta decriminalize drugs in your mind,
Whoa,
man.
bro,
Don't worry
whoa.
about the fucking. Don't worry about man's law. Worry about your spiritual law in your
By
mind,
your
bro.
man's law.
Decriminalize it in your mind, man.
Decriminalize all drugs.
Yeah,
I'm with
legalize all
that.
drugs. Get programs.
Yeah.
Also, recognize fucking injustice and cultural genocide of Canada's Indigenous First Nations.
Just throw that in there.
Just
for
throw
some
that in
good
there
measure.
because
Okay.
I think the Catholic Church and the Canadian government are directly and indirectly responsible for every single person that's out on the fucking street. Personal responsibility
I
is
see
a
where you're going with
fucking
this. Yeah.
personal responsibility is a Protestant lie sold to us by our fucking
Dude,
by our fucking
expose.
extremely religious
Get
Protestant
out
work
there.
ethic fucking capitalism.
God damn,
Calvinism.
son.
Sean Calvin, man. Yeah, fuck that shit. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
Heal.
You heard it here.
People heal people, man. Like we need people to heal. We need help.
That's true. Community service.
Dependency and fucking people being dependent is only looked on as bad when it's taught that it's bad. Do you know what I mean? Like there's ways to do it. We're supposed to look out for each other, man.
You're like this is
Dude,
vibe.
it's true.
Yeah.
Like
you should run for mayor.
should run for mayor, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a humanist.
That's right. I think Vancouver's getting the craziest I've ever seen it. Like,
Dude, the drug war's bad, man. Shout out to Chloe also. First off, rest in peace.
Oh, R.I.P. I can't believe
R.I.P.,
that.
man.
Young people.
I think she'd be
passing
listening
away.
to the podcast if she didn't fucking pass.
Maybe. Yeah.
She was a fan. She's a Hundy Thou friend, affiliate.
Yeah. Peace, man. Drugs. Or I don't even know if that's what that was, but drugs.
Well, I
No
mean,
good.
drugs are merely your. It's like, that's your fucking. That's what you choose. How you choose to medicate, or what you know.
Yeah.
It's
To mask the pain.
Well, do for whatever reason. Yeah, exactly. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, it's just like they shouldn't be injecting poison. We shouldn't be dying at the rate we're dying. People are dying all the time. Everybody knows somebody who's died from opioid overdoses.
Yeah.
You have to know. We're like that's a 1 degree or 2 degree. Friends are friends. Like I've
That's
known.
definitely-
I've had coworkers who have recently.
Really?
This last couple of years. Guys I
Oh,
work
damn.
with who died.
Someone was just
Young
telling me that
guys.
too, like fentanyl or something.
Fentanyl,
Yeah.
dude. They go back.
It's pretty trippy. Yeah. It's kind of like
drugs are
actually
poison,
it's an
man.
epidemic
Drugs are poison right now.
in the Pacific Northwest, and it's like
terrible.
No
It's
addressing
terrible,
it.
and
Yeah.
nobody cares. People just they did heroin or they did fentanyl.
It's
Oops.
their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Nobody
Cold-hearted shit, man.
It's killed more people than COVID. People
Well, one
are more
thing
concerned
this
about
is
fucking
going to be
COVID than
this
they
is
are about
a bit of a
opioid
bummer
crisis.
talk, but
Yeah.
I was working downtown and like I was seeing so many people with schizophrenia just downtown, and I'm like, man,
Yep.
these people have no help.
No help.
Like it's actually pretty crazy.
No help.
Like they're all walking around talking to themselves, or like the voices in their head, and there's
Yeah.
like I saw at least 3 or 4 of them straight up like that, like over and over again that night, that over the course of 4 days, and I was like, man, these people probably have no resources or anyone helping them. This
Nope.
is pretty much a travesty almost.
It's a failure of our system.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad we didn't cut off the conversation 10 minutes ago. And then we just started talking about the opioid epidemic.
It's kind of intense.
Let's keep them laughing.
Yeah. That's hilarious, right? People dying of drugs. Yeah.
But dude, safe supply, man, so you can do drugs then cover in your own home.
Yeah.
You should be allowed to do fucking crack if you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Or yourself.
No. What do you mean? Not hurting yourself?
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
That's a slippery slope of that shit. Like, I'm all for, like, safe supply, but it's like, if you're not helping people get off of it, you're just sort of, like, continuing a problem, but just, like, mitigating the disaster of it, I guess, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think mitigating the disaster is something
it's
you
one
can have
thing.
control over. That's the reality. People are going to bang
it's
on
something
heroin
to help,
for whatever reasons.
But like, I
people
don't
are
know.
going to self-medicate, man. People are going to self-medicate. You can't stop an individual from doing heroin. You can prevent harm, I guess.
Yeah.
Reduce harm reduction, I guess. Is this? But also we've got to relook at harm reduction.
We're just realizing what that means.
Harm reduction. Nothing is perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like almost letting the problem continue, but just like kind of like keeping the real getting out of control. You know what I mean? Like people dying on the street like that, but they still are. So anyway,
yeah. They still are, bro. What do we do?
It's weird. It's hard because like living here is like really in your face, and it's like hard not to have an opinion about it or even think about it. You know?
Just glaze over. Dude, you glaze over it, dude.
Yeah, that sucks though. You don't want to become like that. That becomes like hardened. You know,
cold,
like
dude.
Yeah, you become cold, and that's a weird way to be. Yeah. Don't become cold, y'all.
No. Care about your fellow man.
Yeah, but also care about yourself and maybe don't think about it for a while.
So blanket over, become cold.
Yeah.
But don't become cold, but you have to be cold to live. But once in a while you warm yourself up.
It's complicated.
It's complicated, dogs.
Yeah.
Just live your life, be happy. Don't overthink though. I think we overthink as millennials, and like we're almost taught to like have too much compassion, and then we're like, oh, the injustice, and then we just like stress ourselves out. And
yeah.
Like, I'm taking a mental health break.
I think you should just work on that. However, you need to live your life to like have a clean mind, like, or it's not too stressed out.
And also, it's not your burden. Like, care about it, but it's not your. Don't let it destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the world is cruel. If you look for it, it's cruel, man. If you look for it, it's kind, bro.
Yeah.
That's why ignorance is bliss. That's a fucked up thing.
People get murdered every day. A cat gets saved from a tree every day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
People get murdered every day. People get fucking double toppy every day.
Yeah, there you go. Slop top.
Slop top.
Well, those are our words of wisdom. Take that home with you today. Enjoy that. All right. I think that's for reals.
That's what we're ending it.
I hope it is. Fuck. I'm stopping it.
I
don't care.
That was funny.